Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, April 12th, day 14. And I have made a mountain house breakfast, which consists of heating up some water and dumping it in there and waiting about 9 minutes. And now I'm making some Starbucks via coffee. There's my little stove set up in my pot. I am in my tent. I'm still in my sleeping bag. I'm relaxing and staying warm. Slept fairly well. Not too bad. Boy, my back is killing me. My back hurts a lot, so that's why I'm making all this stuff, because I'm going to just kind of lay here and slowly wake up and stretch and get moving. So anyway, but I thought I'd at least show you my my little cook setup, and maybe tonight I'll show you making supper or something. Anyway, not boiling yet. These little Starbucks Vias are excellent for instant coffee. They taste like real coffee. So the other stuff should be outlawed. It should be illegal to sell that Folgers stuff. But Starbucks, and I'm not a Starbucks guy, but these are great. So anyway, see what today brings. All right, here's the kind of the view of the muskrat shelter area from the trail. I'm actually standing on the AT. There's my neighbor, Miss Pam's tent. The shelter's up there. There's even campsites like across the trail over here. There's a stream that kind of runs right through this place. There was even some stealth campsites just before you got here on the trail, or on the other side of the trail. So anyway, there's lots of camping down here. So today we get to go up Standing Indian Mountain. Bye, guys. Bye. We'll see y'all. See you on the trail. Oh, there's even more campsites. I mean, there's lots of campsites. Today's weather, I believe, is going to be about 64 for a high, maybe 68, which is a little bit cooler than yesterday, so hopefully it's not quite as hot. But we walk about 5 miles and we hit Standing Indian Mountain. Standing Indian Mountain is a Native American word. In English, I think it stands for crawling hiker, or it could be translated crying hiker. I believe it's probably really a combination of both, like a crying, crawling hiker mountain in English. It's 1,200 feet of elevation gain, and I think it's like 1.5 miles up and a couple miles down. It's a monster. I believe it's the biggest climb. Well, I know it is. It's the biggest climb yet on the Appalachian Trail after 5 miles. So, woohoo, here we go. That's what we get to look forward to this morning. What are you going to do today? What mountain are you going to climb today? I get to go up Crying, Crawling Hiker Mountain, or Standing Indian, whichever you prefer. Anyway, hopefully today you're doing something to make a difference in your life and in your family's life. Something for the better. So, growing closer together, closer to the Lord, closer to whatever you feel is necessary. So anyway, thanks for following along. It's a beautiful, cool morning. It's 9 o'clock, by the way. Woke up about 7:15, and again, kind of laid around for about an hour in the tent, getting things packed up slowly, and just letting my back restore itself. My right foot feels good today. Both feet feel good. Muscles actually feel good. I'm surprised, because yesterday was brutal. Can you say brutal? That's what it was. But boy, the trail's nice and flat this morning and not real rocky or rooty, so it's good. I always walk real slow for the first little while, 5 or 10 minutes at least, to get kind of warmed up before I start putting any power to the ground. So we don't want to have any muscle strains. One of the bad deals with my back is I can't stretch like normal. Usually when I get done hiking, I spend a while stretching, and I can't. It pulls on my back too much, and oh boy, So that's not good. I hope I can stretch real soon. Here's a little bit of my view. Coming, well, pretty flat and kind of coming down this hill now. Trail's been pretty nice. Nicely maintained or whatever, North Carolina. I tell you, they're putting more white blazes out here. I love it. In Georgia, that's one thing they need to do is put out more blazes, especially in tricky intersections. They don't always have it marked very well, and I know several hikers that have gone the wrong way and gotten on side trails and different things just because they didn't mark it well enough. So anyway, somebody make a recommendation to the Georgia trail maintainers to do that. That'd be great. Hey, I've been thinking about this. You guys want to play a game? Remember the movie from the 80s, War Game? The computer would say, do you want to play a game? Anyway, something I thought about is let's play a game on here and comment how much weight you think I will lose. And let's say when I get through the Smoky Mountains. So I don't know what, like town or whatever, but I'll have to try to get to a place with the scale and try to guess how many pounds I'll lose by then. And I'm not sure the mileage. I'll look it up later and let you know what the mileage is. But anyway, yeah, try and guess on there whether it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 120, whatever. Take a guess, and we'll see. Whoever wins gets like a used water bottle or something from my hike. Maybe my bandana. Oh no, that's Caleb's bandana. I can't give that away. He would not like me. Anyway, but yeah, you'll get something. You'll get something, and it will be grand. Anyway, here's the trail so far, and I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, I want to tell you about Pam, my next door neighbor there last night. She is a 50-ish something woman, I would guess mid-50s. The only reason I say that is because she said about someone her age being 50 or 60, and so I'm going to put her right in the middle. I don't know how old she is, but she is a married woman out here hiking the trail by herself. She has a great big dog, and I don't know, his name's Loden. I don't know what kind of dog he is, but he's going to be like nearly 190 pounds when he's full grown. Huge dog. He real fluffy and super sweet, really nice dog. Anyway, they're hiking together, and so they live in North Georgia, Pam does, and her husband, and so she hikes for 6 days, and then he comes and picks her up. But the beginning of her hike, one of the first nights, she didn't have near warm enough of a sleeping bag, and she nearly had hypothermia. She had every piece of clothing she had on and didn't know if she was going to make it. And then, a couple days later, she got norovirus. So deathly ill. In fact, almost everybody that I'm with now has had noro. Back at Neal Gap and stuff up on Blood Mountain. Some people had to stay because they were so sick. Anyway, woo, lots of fun. So here is this, this Pam who's out here by herself hiking, nearly hypothermic one night, super sick from norovirus, and she's still out here plugging along with a big smile on her face, super nice, really inspiring woman. So, I guess the deal is you're going to face setbacks with whatever goal you're trying to achieve, but if it's really important to you, nothing can stop you, and she's perfect proof of that. So way to go, Pam. Rock on. To take a second and show you the trail, it's like rock hopping through here. Look how pretty the green moss is on these rocks. It's like this big rock slide right here. Very technical and slow and difficult through here. Man, I've been going slow today. The trail has been so rocky and so rooty, but it's like almost every foot is never flat. It's always like on some sort of an angle. Ugh. And so anyway, it's challenging today. I've been passed by Pumpkin and Orville and his daughter Trisha. They just went by me. I had to stop and clean my lenses on my glasses. I'm sweating so much that it's streaking my glasses and they're fogging up. And boy, do I need the glasses for the contrast today, because it's been so so rough. Lots of blow down trees today, having to go through and up and over and around. Blow down trees, I got hung up on a couple of them with my pack, and then you got to kind of rearrange stuff. And anyway, but it's been quite an adventure. Snugged up my left shoe. I think it was slipping just a little bit, which was causing a hot spot on the pad of my left foot. So I snugged that up, and it feels better already. So like, see, here's an example of another place where that tree is kind of blocking the way. So you got to like turn sideways and go around it. Lots of little weepy springs today, so lots of mud. You got to kind of go around the mud and get up on the side of a rock to keep your feet dry, which I'll keep my feet dry at all costs if I can help it. Don't want to walk around with wet feet. So anyway, should be a water source coming up here pretty soon. I'm going to sit and drink a liter, and then probably carry out about a liter or a liter and a half, because we're going to go up Standing Indian Mountain here real soon, and I want to make sure I have plenty of water for that climb. So, and descent. Sometimes the descents are harder than the climbs. I want to take a second and show you what I just came down. That was almost a hand over hand climb down. Anyway, here's the trail, and here is what I'm fixing to go down. So here's the climb up Standing Indian Mountain. Just went by Standing Indian Mountain Shelter. It was off the trail, so I didn't go over to it. I guess I'm selfish that way. But I want to make the majority of my steps productive towards going the right direction. Anyway, boy, so far this trail is like super wide and lots of switchbacks. We're going at a very gentle angle, so it's not been hard. Who knows what it'll be like, you know, coming up. But anyway, right now the trail is very pleasant. It's a little after 12. Done for a little over 4 miles, I think 4.5 or maybe 5, I don't know. Anyway, not sure where I'm going to stop tonight. It looks like there's some campsites at the base of this mountain on the other side. So that would be like 9 some miles. Or there's a shelter that's like 12.5 from Muskrat, where I started. So not sure. I'll see how I'm doing when I get down there, because I'd like to go to the shelter, get a couple more miles in, plus be with some of the people that I met and continue to build relationships. So anyway, that would be kind of my goal, but I'm totally going to listen to my body. If it's done at 9, then I'm going to set up the old Z-Packs. If it's not, I'll keep going. That's the joy of being out here, is, man, you're in control of your destiny. You make good decisions and take care of your body, and it'll take care of you. So anyhow, stopped down there at Deep Gap and had a half of a Cliff Bar, and I had a pepperoni stick and a cheese stick. Probably at the top, I'll have the rest of the Cliff Bar. For some reason, I didn't pack very much food. Well, I know why, because I was trying to save weight. Anyway, I don't have a lot of food for today, so I'm gonna just use it very sparingly and wait and see how it works out. Anyway, but it looks like if things go well today, I might can get into Franklin the evening of the 4th day. So that means I have like a half a day's food extra. So anyway, we'll see. But kind of warm, kind of cool. I'm sweating on the uphill, but when you stop, it dries real fast. So anyway, that's it. That's it for now. So still climbing Standing Indian Mountain. It's now about 12:30. I think I started maybe 11:45. I don't know. I think we're getting close to the summit. So there's the AT. Is this the Blue Blaze? yeah, anyway, I'll pick back up in a minute. All right, well, here we are on top of Standing Indian Mountain. We took a 0.1 Blue Blaze trail up here to the very summit. The AT keeps going just down back down just a little ways. But anyway, this is the view, and I heard it was worth it, and it is. Wow. How many miles have we gone today? Do you remember what the summit was?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll let you know how far. Anyway, I'm going to sit down and take my shoes and socks off. Yep, little side trail to go up there, and definitely worth it. Today's real overcast now, and so couldn't see as far, but hopefully you got a little bit of a view there. There were several people up there, so I didn't film or talk a whole lot. Tricia and Orville were up there, so anyway, a couple of ladies. Hi, guys.
Hi.
A couple of school teachers that are on spring break that are doing a section hike right in this area. I think they're doing like 30 miles. And then Pumpkin showed up. She came up and having a little lunch or whatever. So anyway, nice spot to take a break. I took my shoes and socks off and let my feet air out. So about 6.5 miles done for the day, and looking to do about 6 more to get to Carter Gap. That'd put me at 12, just over like 12.5. So for the day, over 12 2 days in a row. That put me in pretty good position to get into Franklin on the 4th day. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm aiming for, but we'll see how I am after the descent now down off of Standing Indian Mountain. So by the way, the elevation up there was almost 5,500 feet. So that's the highest we've been on the AT yet. The first time over 5,000 feet of elevation. So anyway, pretty cool. Boy, yesterday was a hard day. I think I talked about it. And by the way, if I forget again, please forgive me when I repeat myself, because out here on the trail, it's like all brain cells go dead. I can't remember anything. So I don't know what I've talked to you about, what I've talked to others about. So anyway, but yeah, yesterday was difficult, hot, kind of long, and my feet were kind of done at the end of the day. So, well, yeah, we'll see how today goes. But boy, that hard work is worth it. It feels good in the morning to have accomplished something that may be a little more than what you were hoping for. So, still got to be smart and take it easy. Not even 2 weeks in yet, especially with my 3 days off because of my back. So, anyway, got to take it easy. But I'll try and be smart and yeah, come along with me. Still coming down Standing Indian Mountain, but I just wanted to show you how burned this area is. I don't know if this was planned, if it was a lightning strike or what, but I've noticed there's not been very many animals, and I'm hearing some squirrels over there. I think it's squirrels playing. Anyway. Somebody asked if I'd been seeing any animals. I don't know if I responded or not, but the answer is no. The only animals that I've seen or even heard anybody seeing are a few birds and some squirrels. That's it. So not even any deer, let alone any bears. So, yep, so far, pretty much zero on the large mammals. Anyway, just kind of an interesting descent here with all it smells like fire. It smells like wood smoke. And so I don't know how recent these fires were, what caused them or anything, but maybe you do. Maybe you can find out and then comment below so that we can all know what happened on top of Standing Indian Mountain in North Carolina. All right, we're going to try this for a minute. I got the old stick pick out. I don't know if I even mentioned that I fixed it, so I was able to fix it, at least rigged it up where it'll work temporarily. So got that one of the springs put back in. I think one spring is MIA. It's gone. So at least it's working part way. But anyway, I thought thought I'd get the old stick pick out. Let me see if I can even get further. There. And that way you can see my pack and kind of how it looks as I'm walking this stretch here going. I'm not even going to say really that I'm going down Standing Indian Mountain. It's like I'm walking the ridge on top, and it's been, I mean, I've been cruising. Ooh, there's trees everywhere. Been cruising along here. It's kind of ugly, all the burned. Let me spin around so you can see what this looks like. Black everywhere. So anyhow, looks like I'm starting to descend now, headed on down. But boy, this morning the trail was very rocky and technical and difficult, and so it was kind of taxing on my body. But then this second half, going up Standing Indian Mountain, was not bad at all. It was not, anyway, it was very gentle. It was like a fire road or something almost heading up there. And so one of the best or easiest ascents that we've had on the trail. So anyway, and so far the descent has been very, very gentle. I've been making very good time, so I'm excited about that. Anyway, I don't know how much I've filmed today, and I don't want to go too long, so I won't go much longer. But I thought it might be kind of neat to see how everything looks and works on my backpack. And ooh, there's a big tree. Ooh, here's a good little deal to go down. Trekking pole's caught. There. You got to watch that, because if you don't get it pulled out, you can bend them real bad, and that would be bad when you're between towns. So anyway, looking forward to getting into Franklin. I'm trying to think as I walk about whether to stay at a hostel or look for a hotel and maybe a couple other guys to split the hotel with or something. So we'll see who I meet in these next couple of days and how it goes. But if I can do over 12 today and over 12 yesterday, if I could do something similar tomorrow, that puts me in really good shape to get into Franklin pretty early on Friday, because I got new contact lenses waiting on me. Should have some Sparks waiting, some like energy drinks that I drink in the morning. Maybe even a couple other treats if Halo is her normal self and thinking of me more than her. She'll probably send a little treat along. I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to a shower and a laundry. All right, it's 3 o'clock, and I think I'm about 2.5 miles from Carter Gap, which would put me at like 12.3 or something for the day. And here is a beautiful stream. Boy, gorgeous. I could hear it for a while as I walked along. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to get a little water, drink some water. I haven't gone to the restroom very much today. So anyway, looks like I get to hop across this thing. Boy, pretty. Anyway, I'm going to drink some water, and I'm going to eat a little bit of a Kind bar and take a couple of ibuprofen for my feet. So anyway, boy, this is beautiful. A lot better than the black burn stuff I've been walking through. So pretty. Boy, the trail's been very smooth and gentle here for the last few miles. I'm making very good time. So I feel like a real hiker cruising along there like that. Somebody needs to bring me one of my fly rods. I'm telling you, I can tell you right where they are at and right where all my flies are. We could be catching some trout. I just wanted to show you the devastation from the fire that came through here. I mean, it's almost like walking on the moon. I mean, it's kind of an eerie feeling coming along these places and seeing all these burned stumps and logs and no underbrush and everything. It's yeah, it's kind of odd. Anyway, I should be maybe a half mile from Carter Gap Shelter. That's where I will be hanging it up for the night. So looking forward to that. It's a little after 4. Boy, the trail has been difficult here lately. Back to a fair amount of uphill, but lots of roots. I mean, lots of roots. And I had to think about it for a while, but I've decided I would rather walk on rocks than all the roots. Those roots are ridiculous. Lots and lots of them. So, I mean, it looks like a bowl of spaghetti dumped on the ground that makes your foot like there's no even place to put your foot. Everything is twisted and contorted. And after 12 miles, your feet are kind of tired carrying a pack and everything. So, anyway, most rocks, at least, I would rather walk on than those roots. But either way, it's all good. So it was kind of cool. Now I'm sweating like crazy. So that means when I get into camp, eventually I'll get cold. Anyway, looking forward to some of my beautiful wife's dehydrated ground beef tonight with my pasta. So I'll be having homemade hamburger, and I don't know what kind of, I think it's creamy Alfredo pasta side. Anyway, all right. Weird, isn't it? It's like I said, it kind of reminds me of like walking on the moon. And I've been doing this for hours. Walking in the fire zone. Hours. All right. Lots of blowdowns too. I mean, lots of them. Having to go underneath. Now, see, there's 2 blazes. I don't know if I've shown that before. But when there's 2 blazes, that means there's a intersection or something coming up. So I have to be on the lookout for what's going to come at me next. Hopefully it's Carter Gap Shelter. What do we have here? Nope. All right. Blue Blaze Trail. Those blue blazes mark either water, shelter, or like a path, like a side trail around a mountain or whatever. So, false alarm. No Carter Gap Shelter. Anyway, I've had like no cell phone service for the last 2 days, or yesterday and today. So I'm not sure how quickly you'll get these videos. All right, so this is Carter Gap Shelter. I'll spin around this way. That's looking back out at the trail right there. Great bunch of like campsites here, camp spots and stuff. There's a neighbor over there, and there's my tent. So, yep, there's that one. And here's the shelter up here. See what it looks like. It's pretty much the same as all the other ones. It's a beautiful, beautiful evening. Hardly any wind. And, sky is pretty. Sunset will be beautiful. So maybe I'll get some of that. Several hikers around here tonight. There's the view. Long day again, 12 miles. Got a little blister on like the 3rd toe on my left foot. A little blister on the pad on my left foot. Otherwise, feeling pretty good. My back is doing a lot better today. A lot better. So anyway, that's it. Looking forward to a good night's sleep, I hope.